Today on The Real, we've all been there. It happens.
And now we're talking about ours.
Lo siento, Charlie. Plus, we're giving away a little money for a rainy day. And would you erase your worst memory?
I cannot get his face out of my mind.
On The Real.
For some girl chat.
I
am. Much I'm ready. All right. I have a good one. A recent study done by the University of Toronto claims to have found a treatment that zaps away traumatic memories in mice.
Ooh.
Yeah, which brings me to this question, ladies. You know what? If you could erase your worst memory, which one would it be?
Which one would it be?
Yeah. This is hard.
Or would you do it at all? I mean, you know, memories are like the corners of our mind.
Oh, really, are they? I would say, okay, I think maybe childhood traumatic memories, yes. Mm-hmm. I think in relationships, no, because I need to remember that you were a terrible human being to me.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, because if I'm honest, in relationships, I think it's super important. Yes, you can forgive, but I don't think you should forget.
Yeah.
Because when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
And remember.
Like, remember that. So, like, anytime when I would break up with somebody that they hurt me, or like if they cheated or that sort of thing, and then they would come back to me and be like, I love you, I would have to remind myself of the pain that they caused me, how they treated me, how they disregarded me, how I was disposable to them.
Yes.
And I would constantly remind myself of that so that I wouldn't take them back.
Yes.
So I wouldn't end up in the same place that I've been before. And sometimes I think that's why God created your memories, so that you could learn from the past and move on and do better next time.
That's deep.
Yeah, that is.
Ooh, I got deep on it.
Okay. At the same time, when I think about this, when you said it, Lonnie, it triggered all these things that happened. Bad boyfriends, stuff in my family, visionary things that happened where it kind of tore you apart as a child. But if I pictured myself today without those memories, I don't know if I'd be the woman that I really fell in love with now.
I agree.
You know? Because if you think about it,
100%.
have you ever met a really strong person with an easy past?
No.
Think about it.
No.
Have you ever met somebody you really respect today who didn't go through some things to make you realize who they are now?
We just don't know enough rich people. That's what it is. So,
And if I'm honest, I think a lot of people have lived really charmed lives, and the simple things that they go through are like...
I think this kind of thing would be beneficial for people who maybe deal with post-traumatic stress.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe a soldier who went through, some really hard times in war, maybe in Vietnam. Yes, a veteran. It's really, really hard sometimes for them to get past that. So maybe a memory that you just can't be productive within your life and you can't forget, maybe this could be something for them.
If I'm honest, like even a rape victim.
I was about to say a
like
rape victim,
that is something
child molestation.
Well, when I was a child, I got bit by a dog. So that was like 3 or 4. I can still remember, it was a German Shepherd, a beautiful German Shepherd. I remember walking with my babysitter to the house. It was her cousin's house. And we were outside. And I remember that dog just running. She was beautiful. She had just had puppies.
Yeah.
So, and I can remember her knocking me over, and I could see her teeth, and I like closed my eyes. And it took me a long time to get over it. So, in those types of cases, it took me a long time to love dogs, and trust dogs again. So maybe that would have helped me, But there are good memories, too, that I don't want to, erase. But
what about memories about your... This is weird, but like maybe parental memories that you don't want to...
I was just
Because
going
I
to say, yeah.
But then when you become a parent, you don't remember that, you know?
But what about, like,
What
I
kind of
actually...
parenting memories? Like, what do you what do
Okay,
you mean?
I think a lot of us for a long time saw our parents as superheroes. You know, they're these amazing people, and you almost forget that they're humans and that they have flaws and they have bad moments in their lives, moments when they're impatient with you, frustrated. You don't know what they're going through, and then they come home to children. And I just think at times if you could delete maybe a certain memory of maybe not the highlight reel.
I'm right there with you because my parents went through a really rough divorce. And I remember the nights of fighting and the money arguments.
Yeah.
And then us kids having to figure out, are we going to have dinner together tonight or not? My parents were young. My mom had me when she was 16. They were figuring their marriage out. I understand it now. But those times really broke me. If I had to choose something, when you bring that up, I could deal without seeing some of the pain that my parents had to go through as they were figuring out their marriage.
But
Their
do you think
separation
it
was
helps you with
tragic.
your marriage? Because I know for me, you know, growing up and
Negatively?
seeing my mother struggle, it really is a memory because it made me want to really work hard. And I can remember times when we didn't have food.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to erase that because I want to honor her because she's been such a great woman. And you know, it's just some stuff you don't want to, but I understand what you're saying because it's hurtful. But to me, it's like, it's certain memories I think it goes down to who the person is.
Yeah.
I think you can learn from bad memories, but I think traumatic or very hurtful might be something that you do want to erase.
That is true. I can remember my sister and I, when we first moved from Texas to LA as actresses, that wasn't a fun time for my sister and I at all. Yeah. Kids hated us just because we were on TV. There were times where my sister and I would say, well, maybe we should lie, you know, to them if they saw us on a Barbie commercial or any kind of Barbie commercial because they thought that we thought we were better than them. And those kind of memories, although I would want to forget them, they actually brought my sister and I closer because I thank God I have a twin. We went through that
That's
together.
What I'm saying.
I had a best friend to learn from that. And because of that, you know, we're close.
When I say like family things, and tell me if you agree with this, I think maybe for me, I know that like my dad is a great person. Like I have an amazing dad, but I saw him in sometimes not the best light when families get in situations or, if you're honest, frustrations and spankings, and you sometimes don't see your parents in the best light. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course.
And so maybe if I could like delete that one thing, and then I could see them for who they really are. Because sometimes you don't see people for who they really are when you see them in their bad. Does that make sense?
Of course.
I know what you mean. But I think that's what it's called, working through some things. And maybe it helps build your relationship when you can talk to him.
Well, then, damn, I need to do better.
Yeah, that's the thing about life.
What do you mean you need to do better?
I need to do better.
What?
I think
You not spending
those
time with
memories
them?
sometimes, man, they sometimes cause you to feel some type of way about somebody, and you almost can't forget. So you're like,
You hold it against them.
yeah. Then you hold it against them, but I know, I have an amazing dad, you know, but.
Like
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're
But you
trying
know,
to
like,
say.
sometimes if you saw, like, my mom went through a lot.
Yeah.
I am Papi. I mean the best. Like, I hate saying that, but if I could delete some things of some moments where you're like, but then you look back and you're like, maybe you had a lot of pressure on your life. Yeah. Maybe you're the only one in this country from your entire family. You're alone. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many things that now as an adult I could be like, okay, I could get it. I have a better understanding. Mm-hmm. And that's why I wish I could forget so I could have
a better relationship.
Yes.
Have you ever told him how you felt?
Me and my dad are so much alike. We're actually more alike I am him.
Mama Nilda?
Yeah, my mom is super, oh my God, my mom is so emotional. She'll be like, Mamita, come here. Like, my dad is more like, if it's extra deep, we don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm way more like, ugh, don't be extra deep. I hate extra deep topics like this. Like, these things annoy me if I'm on, like, I'm like, ugh.
Start crying, but it's like.
so annoying.
You're helping somebody right now.
yeah.
What is it that you think that you could do?
I love my dad.
Right.
I love my dad. I think he's an amazing man. He made me who I am today. He's talented. He's an amazing singer. He's the one that came here to this country, like, to pursue a dream. All my, like, giftings, like, that kind of thing, I for sure get from him. He's amazing. He's funny. He's lighthearted. But we don't talk about those things because we're the same person. So it's two people that don't be deep about stuff. So we're like, oh, whatever. Like, and I see him, but at the same time, I feel like there was something that happened that maybe I haven't tapped into that makes us awkward. And I don't know why.
You just got to keep,
Yeah.
y'all got to keep working on it.
Yeah. And my dad's much older. Like, my dad's about to be 80. Like, I have a much older father, and like, I get so scared at the idea of, like, if we don't get to that good place, you know?
Do you think he'll ever be open to have an open, honest,
Oh my God,
emotional
I think
conversation about
so
it?
open, but maybe it's me at this point.
Adrian,
You know?
what you just said here at this table, I pray for that day that you sit down and have this talk with him. He needs to
and
hear
do
this.
it now.
Because I love him. Like, we're literally twins, you guys. You saw him today.
Yes.
You
Today,
look like your father.
I look exactly like my dad. I FaceTimed him today, like, back there, and he's with my sister. Him and my sister are so close. And if I'm honest, I envy the relationship that they have. They're so close. And I'm maybe just a mama's girl, and she's a daddy's girl, but, like, I yearn for that because I don't know what that's, I don't know.
Can you try?
Yeah, I want to. I really want to.
That's
you
the
make
first step,
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
See,
Just
you
make that first
talked
step.
about it
Yeah.
right now. So actually,
Papi lindo, te
you're
quiero. I
doing
love
something
you.
about it right
You're
now.
amazing. I just would love that. And I don't hold that against him. Does that make sense?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
have one more memory that I would like to. It was a traumatic.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord.
I was driving. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and I saw an accident. And I'm only saying this because I'm just using the example of things that you can erase.
Yeah.
That would be better. But there was an accident, and I went to get out and go help the man. And he was a DJ. It was a little small Datsun. I will never forget. I walked up to the car, and he was already gone. And if you've never seen death, it's something you cannot get out. This man, you could tell he was saying something. He was there in the car, and he was just stiff. The first stage of death had already hit him. And I just, to this day, when I cross that area, I think of him. I don't know his name, but there was nothing that I could do to help him. And there's a sense of hopelessness because this man was gone, and I could not do anything to help him. And I just want to say to whoever his family was, because what happened was there was another person. What happened was the car that was, like, this was his car, and the car ran a red light.
Yeah.
And so it hit him. And he was just coming from work. He was a DJ out at the club, and he was just coming from work. He had all his recordings and everything, and I will never forget that. And it taught me a lesson to slow down.
Yes.
You know, no matter what, slow down. You see a yellow light, slow down, because now that man is gone, and I cannot get I've been trying for years. And every time I cross that, I cannot get his face out of my mind. And so that's something that I would like.
I know. And Lonnie, I applaud you for I know it doesn't make sense why you were there at that moment, but sometimes we need to see something just to be able to say something to someone else. You spoke to somebody out there. I know myself, I've sped. I'm always in a rush doing things. You spoke to me in that moment. And you just make me think about when I'm overseas and I'm traveling and I'm talking to all these young girls that are going through trafficking situations. I listen to survivors. You know, I was a mess when I came back from Vietnam. I couldn't sleep, and I hear these stories, and I'm like, God, why do these things happen to innocent people abroad? And I can't sleep after I hear some of these stories. But I know that it has to have something ignite inside of me, like that young man is within you, to go and spread the word and to make change and to encourage other people, because life is so precious.
Yes, it is.
And you need every moment to make right with every time that you have with anybody who you love.
So you have to make right, Adrian.
Yes.
You got
it all comes full circle.
Oh my goodness, we gotta do our makeup. This is crazy. I'm so sorry to bring everybody down, but we hope you learned something from this.
It's real.
Writer Susan Shane has a simple request when you come into her bedroom. Take off your pants. Hold on. Here's why.
That's sexy.
She doesn't want any outdoor clothes, Adrian, touching her bed.
Oh.
That's because clothes are polluted. They've been on subway seats, city benches, bar stools. Why would you invite those germs into your bed? Ladies, how do you feel about wearing outdoor clothes on your bed? Is it a no-no? Because I understand exactly what Susan is saying.
You do?
Yes.
It
You don't
depends
just
on
get
the man.
naked?
Yeah.
It doesn't depend on anybody.
It depends on the man. If he fine, he can do whatever he want on my bed. I'm sorry, okay? Yeah.
That's right there, like, exactly.
No, when you've been outside, you guys know how it is. It's disgusting.
So why do you even go outside? Why? Like, if you're gonna live like that.
Pajamas and a shower.
Jeannie.
You know what,
You gotta
Adam,
take it off.
my husband actually agrees with this.
Yes.
Yes, especially after you've been on a plane.
Ooh.
So if you come home from flying, I tried it and I hopped on the bed and he was like, no!
Yes.
Tamara, do you realize how many germs you have on you right now? And I was like, okay. So he literally has to take all of his clothes off and then put on like new clothes.
Well,
I feel like I'm never in my bedroom
I know.
unless I'm naked.
Okay.
I'm never really in my bedroom unless I'm naked.
But are you in
Like
your
at my
bed
parties.
always naked?
Always.
But when you get in your
Or
bed
in
naked,
lingerie.
even after the airport, you'll get in.
If I come home from the airport, I literally
Shower.
But you know, downstairs,
Yeah.
like for instance, I have parties. No one's ever up in my bedroom. You guys have been in my bedroom because I'm like, hey, come to my bedroom. But like, hey, come to my bedroom.
Yeah.
No, but and when I have parties, I have all my guests are downstairs. No one comes upstairs to my bedroom and just plops on my bed. If I come home from the airport, I literally walk through the door. No, I probably don't shower because I'm exhausted. I get naked. I have a chase lounge. I throw my clothes on there, and I get in my bed naked.
Yeah, but your
See, then
face
you don't
and your
have to worry about
hands.
it then.
But Tamara.
What?
My face and my hair. What has it been doing all day?
No, you are. The outdoor world is dirty, people. Oh my God, Lonnie,
why are you
come
looking
on.
at me like that, Lonnie?
You know I've been on your bed.
You have?
Remember when it was you and Aiden and he was sick and Adam was out of town. I'm glad he was.
Yes,
And
because he wouldn't have liked that, Lonnie.
Did you get into Tamara's bed with your outdoor clothes?
I was
She was
I was on the top.
You gotta burn your
Sitting.
sheets.
No.
Burn your sheets.
No, not the sheets. No, what are you burning sheets for when you got a cover?
I don't like when people with outside germs get into bed, because your bed is supposed to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be clean. You make babies in bed. You make love. You get like skin deep
You don't
and
make
sensual.
love with your makeup on ever?
Not in my bed.
You don't just okay. So you telling me,
Freddie?
No, okay,
No,
now
I
we
want to
about
see this.
to get real.
I want to make love to
Please.
this version of you.
No.
Like,
Oh,
yes.
Jeannie.
Oh, the
Jeannie.
underneath version
Jeannie.
is really
But Jeannie,
sweet,
I have a
though.
question.
You don't never get it on, Jeannie.
Straight from like the bar or like
I like to
restaurant?
lay down a towel.
You do, Jeannie?
Yes, because I don't want my outdoor clothes. I'll take off my clothes, but I don't want my makeup on the sheets. I don't want my face.
Wait, but how many times do you wash your sheets a week?
Maybe like once or twice.
Oh.
But you don't want to bury your face in a pillow like just. No?
I know. She losing out.
No.
Losing out on
No,
life.
not-
Girl,
not
you
like that.
missing out on some real good
You
experience.
missing out on
No.
good.
I I want my sheets to be
Have
so
you guys
clean. I want
ever
it fresh.
seen imprints of your body, like body makeup in your bed?
Yes, I love it. This one over here is gonna be like, hold on, sweetie.
I know.
Let me go get
Let's
the
put a
towel.
blanket down.
No, I want my. If anybody wants to come
Quack,
lay in
quack.
a really clean bed, come on over. My bed is squeaky
Where
clean.
nothing
It's
dirty
amazing.
is happening.
Love it.
Today is National Sorry Charlie Day. It's a day to acknowledge that at one point or another, everyone gets rejected. Whether it's a group of mean girls, a potential employer, or that sweetheart that wasn't so sweet. We've all been there, and today is the day we reflect on those rejections and what we've learned and how we've overcome them. It's time, yes, it's time to kick them to the curb. As we say, sorry, Charlie. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I can remember my high school teacher. He was my biology teacher. It was my senior year. And for some reason, he just didn't want me to pass the class.
Oh.
I think it was because maybe he didn't understand the concept of me being a child actress. You know, I had to leave school to go to work.
Right.
But a lot of people, they didn't understand that it actually was harder for my sister and I to do that because we had to do the same amount of work in less amount of time. We only had 3 hours of school a day. So yes, I wasn't there every day, but I was doing the work. And he said he was gonna fail me because I wasn't there. It was my senior year and I had a goal. I had a GPA goal. So I went and I talked to my counselor and I told her what the issue was. He still had an attitude. So I said, you know what, why don't we make a compromise? Why don't I go to school the last day and I take that test that everyone is taking. I will make sure I am there so I can show you that I'm doing the work. Guess what, y'all? I not only passed that class, I graduated with honors. So to that high school teacher who tried to kill my dream and dim my future, I say to you, sorry, Charlie.
Exactly. My sentiment exactly, hater teacher.
Again.
Exactly.
I hear you though. It's those rejections that you just can never forget, you know?
Yeah.
My story is about this one boyfriend I had who broke up with me, and I'll never forget the words. He said, because you are not good enough for me.
Ooh.
And it was at a time in my life when I was going through some family stress and I was heavier in weight. And he would just constantly body shame me. And this manipulating way in public where you compliment another girl and you point out her body parts and it's in front of you and you know you don't look like her, but he's doing it in front of you. And it really just did a work on my mind. So when he broke up with me, I was completely depressed. And I just really judged the things that he talked about until I realized that I was really insecure and I was broken and I was with somebody who was preying on that. And so it took me to realize that I had to fight and get myself better and together because I knew that little spark of light, I knew that I was more than that. So when I got my mind straight, all of a sudden I started caring more about how I ate, how I carried myself. I started working out, I started learning, getting educated about the right foods. And truly, since then, I've dropped my weight. I became the healthy, energizing, positive person I am today. I married the man of my dreams, Freddie Hartise. He loves me so much. And you, my friend, have missed out because you have no idea how to value a woman.
know.
So to all the guys out there that shut a good girl down and make you feel less than your worth, sorry, Charlie.
Yes. I felt that.
Yeah.
Well, my experiences when I first signed up to go to college, I didn't know anything about college, but I did know that I wanted to be an engineer. And so I went down to my school, and the counselor asked me what did I want to major in. I said, I want to major in engineering. And he looked at me, he said, you don't want to be an engineer. And I was like, why? It's too much math, it's too much science, it'll be too hard for you. I said, are you serious? I said, no. Go on and give me whatever classes I need to take. Give it to me. I had chemistry, I had algebra, I had all these classes. That man was right. It was hard. But it made me study. It made me study. And at the end of the semester, I got all A's and 1B. So the thing is that because of the all A's and 1B, I ended up getting a scholarship, and it paid for the rest of my college career. So to that counselor, that didn't believe in me and said I couldn't do it, I say to you, sorry, Charlie.
You don't play with that face. Dang, Lonnie, okay, let it go.
No. Oh my gosh. Well, my experience involved actually a group of girls from my school. You guys know that my mom's Puerto Rican and my dad's Ecuadorian. So in New York City, we have the Puerto Rican Day Parade every summer. And all these girls were getting together and they were going to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. They were like, you know, talking about pre-gaming and getting their outfits together. We literally go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade looking like Puerto Rican Christmas trees. I had earrings, bandana, like it was out of control. And I would go with my parents every year, but you know, when you're in high school, you want to like be cool with the cool girls, and they were going all together, so I wanted to go with them that year instead of my parents. But I realized they were leaving me out and they weren't including me. So finally I asked them, I was like, hey, you guys, I want to go too. Like, can I go with you guys to the Puerto Rican Day Parade? And they were like, you're not Puerto Rican.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, my mom's Puerto Rican, but you're not fully Puerto Rican, so you're not really Puerto Rican. So that hurt my feelings so bad because, you know, that's what I identified with is my mom. That's how I grew up. And, like, I went home and I told my mom that, and she was like, you don't need anyone to validate what you are. If you feel in your heart that you are Boricua, you don't have to be 100% anything to be able to identify it. And then she went to the school and told them herself. But that's a whole other conversation. It did teach me that I don't need anybody to validate me, that you are whatever you feel in your heart, and that, that blood does run in my veins. So, booyah, I am Puerto Rican enough. To those girls who said I wasn't, lo siento, Charlie. Vaya.
Doesn't it feel great to get those stories off your chest?
Yeah, that was
So, sorry, Charlie. Look at us now.
exactly.
Welcome to our science fair. Today we're conducting experiments on food expiration, and we've got some tasty findings for you. We often end up tossing out food that's expired or food that we aren't too sure about when it may actually still be good to eat. Well, we've used science to sort it all out, and today we're going to give you once and for all to let you know if it's still good. I'm so excited about our fair. Okay, we have our first case study. Jeannie?
Okay, my presentation is about eggs. When it comes to eggs, since you can't see inside of them, most of us trash them if they don't get eaten by the expiration date on the box. But you don't have to, guys. All it takes is a cup of cold water. See here? Ooh. So my hypothesis is if I put a bad egg into a cup of cold water, it should float. And if it's a good egg and you put it into cold water, it should sink. Are you ready to see, Professor?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. It better work. Ta-da!
Oh.
See, this one is floating, so it's got to go. And this one sank, so it's still good for breakfast.
JD, this is groundbreaking science. What's your explanation for this?
In my findings, eggshells may seem pretty solid, but they are in fact slightly porous. Google that. Old eggs float in fresh cold water because of a large air pocket that forms as the egg cools after being laid. As the egg ages, more air enters into the egg and the air pocket becomes larger, and this acts as a buoyancy aid. The thing is, once too much air has entered the egg, it's no longer safe to eat it.
Very good, Jeannie. Very good. Okay, Tamara, I see you're working hard over there.
Yep.
Are you working?
Yep. I've got some tasty chips right here. The only problem is they're stale.
Ew.
Oh.
Yes. Most people would say to toss them in the garbage since they're bad. But here's my hypothesis. If you lay chips flat on a tray and toast them into a toaster oven, the oven will extend their life by making them crispy all over again. What? Yes. Let's see. Sounds like the ones I put in earlier are done. Let's see.
Isn't it supposed to be hot?
Wow, what a crunch. It really worked. It really did, Tamara. What's your explanation for this?
Well, Lonnie, in my findings, I've concluded that chips get stale when they are left open and come in contact with moisture in the air. To get them crispy again, we pop them in the oven, allowing the heat to remove the moisture and make them delicious again.
Well done, Tamara. Well done. All right, Munchkin, I hear you have a tip that will change the way people in America will eat. Please let us know.
That's right. Now, most of us love to eat cheese, right?
Yes.
Yes. But not all of us know what to do with it when mold appears. When it comes to soft cheeses like cream cheese, cottage cheese, and any kinds of cheese that have been shredded, sliced, or crumbled, you should discard them immediately when you see mold. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Most people also trash semi-soft and hard cheeses like cheddar and Swiss when they get moldy. Well, not so fast. Those kinds of cheeses are still good if you follow a few important steps. Use a clean knife, like this one, and cut off at least half an inch around and below the moldy areas, like this.
Be careful.
Ooh. See that?
Yeah.
You're gonna take that off.
Got it.
Now, be sure to keep the knife out of the mold, then wrap the newly trimmed cheese in a new package to keep it free of mold for a longer period of time. And boom, you're good to go. You saved the cheese.
Wow. Who knew? Any way you slice it, that is pure genius. You found the cure, Adrienne.
Yes, I did.
Well, that concludes our science fair. I hope you've all learned a little something.
We all know that sometimes rainy days can leave us feeling a little blue, right? But today, our rainy day game is going to make someone here feel green because we are gonna make it rain, Cash Money! So, grab those galoshes. It's time to play Rain Pong.
All right, here's how to play. 2 contestants will stand behind these tables and have 30 seconds to toss as many raindrops, AKA ping pong balls, into the tiniest little rain boots we could find. Aren't they cute, you guys?
We didn't steal them from Aiden and Araya, I swear.
After 30 seconds, whichever contestant has landed the most raindrops in their rain boots will win $500.
Let's meet our players. When you hear your name, get on your feet. Our first contestant will be Tara-Nisa Crawford and Robin Matthews. Come on, girl. Get your raincoats. You look cute.
All right. Tara-Nisa, where you from, girl?
New Orleans!
Woo! Robin, where are you from?
New Orleans!
Oh!
Let's get in positions. Come on, girl.
All right, here we go.
Let us put 30 seconds on the clock. You ladies know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
$500. Here we go. On your mark. Get
Come on,
set.
girl.
Go!
That's my same reaction, girl. All right, it's time. Come on back, you guys. All right, let's count those raindrops. Lonnie, how many did Tara-Nisa land?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And Tamara,
Yeah.
tell us how many did Robin land?
Robin got zip.
No! She got one.
She got one.
No, oh! She got one.
Well, guys, we have a winner then, and it looks like it is Tara-Nisa! And because you tossed it like it's hot, you earned yourself $500 in cash for your rainy day fund. Here we go. 1,
and jump away, which means the little bunnies in your life will soon be on the hunt for treasured eggs. But before the hunt, you need to decorate those eggs, and we are going to show you some really cool ways to do it. Get ready to shell out some egg-citing Easter eggs!
I'm excited. I know my kids will love this one. It's a 2-for-1 deal. You can use it as decoration or a yummy treat later. I'm going to make an edible nest for your eggs. So cute. All right, Jeannie, let's hop right in.
You had to,
make that
didn't
work.
you?
Yes. I've pre-made some tasty rice cereal treats, but instead of making them into their popular square form, I've molded the mixture into a shape of the muffin tin using a spoon like this, okay? And then once they've cooled off, you're just gonna take them out a little bit and you're gonna decorate them with edible grass that I bought online. Yep, edible grass. How cool is that? And then you're just gonna add these delicious chocolate eggs, like so.
How cute that is.
And just like that, you've got a whimsical rice crisp nest. So pretty, right?
So cute. Honey bunny, those edible nests are on point. I think that's adorable. Okay. Now, here's another way to take your Easter egg game up a notch. Decorate them with washi tape. Now, it comes in a lot of different, decorations, shapes, and you can pick them up from your local craft store. These are so easy. All you have to do is line a few strips of tape onto wax paper like this, you guys.
Rose gold, your favorite color.
I know, I love. Making sure to overlap them slightly like this, you guys. So,
Easy.
there they go.
Okay.
Kind of like that. You see that? Or you can simply buy the tape that's extra wide. Next, you're gonna use a small hole puncher like this that has a cute design in it. This one has a little heart. So you're just gonna put that in just like this.
So cute.
And you're going to punch a hole like that. Boop, up, and there it goes. That's your little heart. See that? And lastly, you're gonna place it on the egg just like this. So you're gonna use this to separate. You can either use your hands or a pin to do that. And you're just gonna place it right there wherever you want the design to go, just like that. Now you can even combine different patterns, it's up to you. But isn't this super cute?
That's cute.
And then I use the rest of
Love
the tape to
that.
have it sit on there.
Wow.
And it's not as messy as the other way.
Yeah.
Really cute.
No paint involved, nothing crazy.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Paper.
Munchkin Rabbit, that was out of sight. But check out this next egg-citing idea that will be a hit with all the textures in your life. Let's make emoji eggs, all right? Yes. Now, once you boil your eggs and they've cooled off, paint the eggs yellow like I've done right here. All right? The next step is pretty easy. All you have to do is draw on your desired emoji face with paint markers that you can buy from your local craft store. I'm going to draw a silly face on this one, like this. Maybe Jeannie's face, something like that. I'll start with the eyes, then you do the mouth, like that. She's always smiling. And then I'm going to put out a tongue. So you change it to a pink marker, like that.
Oh, that's cute, Lonnie.
And there you have it. So much fun drawing your own egg emojis. Okay, and check out these. I made you guys too. Here's Tamara. Here's Adrian. And here's me, the crying emoji.